Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Oh, we got a killer beer today, baby. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is from the OEC Brewing Company located in Oxford, Connecticut. Never heard of this one, but I saw it on a shelf and I picked it up. It's called a Yuzu Pilsner. That's right, Yuzu is brewed with yuzu juice. And I looked it up. Apparently, it's a cross between lime and grapefruit. I don't know. We're gonna find out. It checks in at 5.3% alcohol by volume, and it says that it's open fermented. Now, there was a brewery here in Cleveland that open fermented its beers, and they were quite lovely. Did I say 5.3? I meant to say 5.2. My bad. Let's put this in our bowl. You never know what's going to happen. I'm telling you, man, you got to be careful with cans. The best thing to do is put it in a bowl. And if your cup runneth over, it'll be in the bowl. It won't be everywhere else. Let's use this lovely glassware. Oh my gosh, is that light? That's like lemonade. Look at that. Now, there's no date stamp on the bottom that I could find. If it is, it's invisible ink. I use this glassware specifically so it would concentrate the foam right here in a very tight space so we could get any aromas right there. Because if you use a wide mouth glass, like a pint glass, it's going to be dispersed over a large area and you won't be able to pick up anything. I won't wipe the chill haze off that, and you would agree it's a rather hazy, light golden color. Very light gold. Look how light that is. Let's see what we can pick up on the aroma. Well, I'm not getting the lime or the grapefruit. Yeah, I'm not getting any of that. We're going to go ahead and drink the beer and see what's going on with this beer. But before we do, we always have to pay homage to the brewers because without the brewers, we would have no beer to drink. Think about it. Many thanks to the brewers there in Oxford, Connecticut for all the hard work they put into brewing this batch of beer. And many thanks to you at home for watching. Cheers. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I get a little bit of lime and a little bit of grapefruit, but not in the quantity that I was expecting. I was expecting this to be right up in my face with that lime and grapefruit, and thankfully it's not, because if it were, man, that would be one heck of a combination that you couldn't overcome, especially the lime. You don't want a lot of lime in your beer, man. I don't care what kind of beer it is. If it's a Mexican style lager, you definitely don't want a lot of lime in it. I'm not getting a whole lot on that aroma, but it is leaving some lovely lacing there on the glassware. It is a well-crafted beer, no doubt about it. I tell you what, I can't find anything wrong with this beer. Man, I was expecting all kinds of things with this beer, but it's quite pleasant to drink. Very easy drinking. It's a light-bodied beer. It's got a light mouthfeel. It's got light to medium carbonation. It's rather hazy, though, considering it's a Pilsner. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's so hazy. Some light decarbonation flowing up there from the bottom. I'm not quite sure if you can see that on camera. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this beer. And because it has a touch of lime in it, it would go well with some Mexican cuisine, no doubt about it. Yeah, I can't find anything wrong with this beer. Yeah, Yazoo juice. Now, I was expecting some really odd flavors with this beer, but I didn't get them. Yeah, and I'm not even sure where I got this can from. I don't know if somebody sent it to me or if I picked it up at one of my local stores. I just don't recall. Because I tell you what, there was a long time there where I wasn't drinking beer. So, yeah, I've got a lot of old beers. Matter of fact, I had to discard quite a few beers because they were well over a year old. And once they get that old, they're not really that good. So, yeah, I discarded quite a bit of beer. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there said, "What? You threw beer away?" Yeah, I had to, man. Yeah, I had to. But well, I'll tell you what. Now that this beer has settled on my palate for a little while, I do get some citrus. Now I don't know if that's from the lime because the lime and the grapefruit are out there in left field. I mean, they're really not prevalent in this beer. But it's a very easy drinking beer that would go well with a variety of foods. And I do like all that lacing on the side of the glassware. That indicates to me it's a well crafted beer. So, yeah, you know what? If you've had this beer, let me know your thoughts about it. The OEC Brewing Company. And that does stand for something, but I'm not going to bore you with what it stands for. But this is the Yuzu Pilsner. Now, hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right, Yuzu. But it's open fermented, which means that every batch is going to be a little bit different because normally the tank is closed and this is open. And the brewery here in town used to always advertise might be some mosquitoes in there, or you never know. Yeah, doesn't sound too pleasant, does it? Have some mosquitoes land in your beer. But you know what? That's what it's all about because eventually the beer comes to a boil and it kills everything in there and so on and so forth. But yeah, there it is right there. It looks beautiful. It is. And it smells lovely. Yeah, I would not pick that out as lime if I didn't know better. I'd just say some citrus in there. The lime and the grapefruit are way out there in left field. I'm telling you, they're not offensive at all. So we're going to end it there for today, my friends. Very drinkable beer, though. Very doable. Like I said, if you've had this beer, let me know. Life is short. Let's be happy. Drink good quality beers like this one right here, and I think you'll be happy in life. With that said, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. As always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my Pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera, but I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made, so I would sell them at the same price. Now, I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.